Generic greetings and welcome back to Oxygen Not Included, where apparently the duplicants are happy to eat whole jars of pickled mealworms, including the jar. Huh. Nutritious. In the previous episode, we were exploring down the bottom here, and as you can see, we have a ladder going from the Atmos Suit checkpoint building all the way down and then over towards this lost relic area that's hidden behind a security dog, which obviously we will be exploring in this episode. In the left-hand corner, however, we have a couple of problems. First one is a saltwater geyser, and then we also have a leaky oil fissure, which sounds quite painful. And I guess this is a good thing, because we can then use this crude oil and produce all manner of things. Let's just go over to research here, and we can check up the top. I think it is, we have, yes, fossil fuels, which has a natural gas generator, a oil refinery, and a petroleum generator. So oil refinery converts crude oil into petroleum and natural gas, and the petroleum generator naturally uses petroleum to produce electrical power, and it kicks out, however, carbon dioxide and polluted water. So, well, that's going to be some more problems. We also have an oil well which extracts crude oil using water, clean water specifically, and must be built on an oil reservoir, so we don't have that. But we also have a polymer press which converts petroleum into raw plastic, which means if we can make plastic, we can then make things like renewable energy, which has a steam turbine in it, which means it draws in steam tiles directly below the machine's foundation and uses it to generate electrical power. So that's pretty good. However, slight issue, it's sort of walled behind a lot of research that we don't have. So we need to go to there and then over to there, and also if we're going that far we'll probably have to have some liquids, a gas reservoir and liquid storage. We already have liquid storage, but we need a gas reservoir as well. So yeah, basically it's going to be quite a while. So I'm going to quickly switch over and do some of that now. Let's go over to probably plastic manufacturing, and we'll crack on with that. What we need to do this episode is explore here. Oh yes, but also there's a natural gas geyser over there as well, so that could be quite useful. It is currently dormant, so it will eventually activate, so we'll see. We might probably say dig down here and then across. I don't know, I haven't yet decided, because this is, to be fair, it's polluted water, but it's also, no, I was going to say it's not very germy, but it is indeed very germy. We could probably then dig across and, yeah, see what we can do with that thing. However, that also has its own problems, but which we're just going to kick that down the line and deal with it later. Anyway, let's go over to our move debris to storage, and then set a lot of this to move. And then what we want to do is probably say this door here and submit bioscan. And we'll have to think about this. Now, this is where we've got these two things that are currently dormant. I want to probably go ahead and get rid of some of this polluted water here. Maybe dig down and clear it out. No, that's not ideal. I want to get rid of this polluted water because I want to have two areas, two wells essentially, where we can collect all of this stuff, and this requires excavation of all this. Let me just go to max speed until we go to the next day there, and there we are. Oh, we also have some duplicant skills and a bit of lag. Let's go over to duplicant skills, and we can see that we have Bert here, who can now have improved farming. We have Abe, who is going to go up into electrical engineering, and then Devon, that's going to go over to super hard digging. There we go. Right, and it still says we have duplicant skills, and that is not the case. Brilliant. Right, so once we have this dug out, where are we going to go? That's currently it's currently dormant, so yeah, we'll probably have to take advantage of that. Let's go over to ladder, and then I want to put a ladder down to there, and then actually all the way down here, simply to empty this polluted water into there. So let's go to priority, and then to priority, say 9, and get it done priority, and we'll set that there. And then you can see they're all coming down, and they're going to do all of their things. In fact, this person's going to, looks like Rowan's going to go in here. They're going to put on the suit, and there we go. That is now on. Then they're going to go down and then submit the bioscan, probably, although they might go ahead and do that. And is that made of gold amalgam? Why did I build it out of that? That's a silly thing to do. Once this is sorted, I'm going to remove it. Here we go. There's the bioscan. Strangely, the handprint actually works while they're currently using... Ooh, it's one of those. It currently works when they have a suit on with gloves. So we'll have a look at the locker. We'll rummage through the locker and rummage through all of these. There we go. Basically, metal locker contains assortment of personal effects. We can inspect that, and it'll probably say not much. Oh, there's a few loose papers can be found inside. View the entry. It is employee processing, encryption level 1. I'm not going to read it all out, but if you want to pause, then you can have a quick read of all of that. Let's have a quick check. Oh, it's about security, essentially, as far as I can tell. Huh. We'll inspect the other one. More log entries. That's quite long. And then the other one. View the entries. Gravitas has been growing pretty rapidly since our first production hit the market. Yeah. Interesting. Anyway, I digress. So, this is getting done. That's getting researched. We're going to max speed this out. And that is still kicking out a lot of steam. And we've also got a lot of carbon dioxide around here. We have got these algae terrariums, which are... Is that made of... what's that? Yeah, gold amalgam airflow tile. Why have I done that? Let me have a quick look. Base, airflow tile. And yeah, it was set to that because we had apparently more of that than we have the copper. That's interesting. Running out of copper is something I didn't expect to ever have happen. Let me go to dig, and then we're going to dig out that, and then this section here. And obviously we've got other places to dig out as well. Do I want to do that? No, it's probably going to then collapse the entire foundation, which would be bad. And maybe that up there. They might be able to get to that, actually, because they'll be able to go up this and stand on there. So, yeah. We've also got a little section around here which has also got coal, so it might be of some benefit to remove a couple of these pieces and just remove all of that, because then at least we get the coal and the other stuff as well. And if we just say deconstruct, we'll deconstruct those sections there, and then hopefully they'll have access to it. Anyway, so we're going to go ahead and keep digging down here. You can see all of the water is now plunging down there, which is exactly what we wanted. We're going to say deconstruct, and we will deconstruct... Actually, do we want to deconstruct all of that? Yes, I think we do want to deconstruct the ladder because we're not going to be using it. You can see they're going ahead and picking stuff up. Looks like the generators aren't on. Is that because the batteries level is good? Battery level is good, which is, well, good. Let me dig out some of this and some of this coal here. Obviously, we are running a bit low on coal. It's something that we... look at that. Water life they've got there. That Paku in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6... It's a 7 by 2 stretch of water. Not really a stretch. Oh, we found a cool vest, a snazzy suit, and another snazzy suit. Brilliant. Let me go to deconstruct, and then... actually, will there be any wires in here? We'll check out our automation overlay. No, there is not. What about our power overlay? Oh, there is a little bit of cabling in there, but nothing major, so we're probably not going to bother. What we will do, though, is dig through here, and then sort of dig out these sections like so, just so we can get up to the top, you see, and then we can use this vacillator there. And as you can see now, we have this natural gas geyser over there doing, well, nothing, because it's full of natural gas, and if we dig into that, then that's going to be a bit of a problem. Let's go to deconstruct and continue deconstructing that. This oil, leaky oil fissure is currently kicking out that oil, so we do need to put this well in as well, sooner rather than later, really. I'm going to assume, perhaps wrongly, that even if it's full, it will still output, but I don't actually know if that is the case. Anyway, let's have a quick look at our... Do you want to check out our... No, I don't think we need to. I was going to say I'll check the last cycle out, but I don't think we really need to at this stage. I'm still unsure why that's still popping up. I wonder if we can place some hats on people. Hard digging, super hard digging. Yeah, we'll go for that. Super hard digging, and then this person, I guess, can technically do medicine, but it's just one little hat with a bandage on it. So, there's not a bandage, you're a plaster, so yeah, not much. So they're going to go ahead, and looks like Travaldo's going to dig all of this out. I will cancel that, and oh, let's drop the gold amalgam down there. Thank you very much for that. That is exactly what I wanted. Not. Let me just go to deconstruct, get rid of some of these. Obviously, you can see they are trying to research this, but this is in an area that is full of carbon dioxide. It's not much we can really do about it, though. Why are there not insufficient water resources? Do we have... No, we don't. That is stopped. As you can see there, what's happened is we've used most of this water. I'm going to deconstruct that then, and then have a ladder go down here, because this is the whole point in using this the way we were, is to get rid of this water. So deconstructing all of this will allow us to then place another one of those. So it'll be in plumbing and pitch a pump, and we'll place it in there, and that should do the job quite nicely. And then that water will be pretty much sorted. And it looks like storage is almost full. I think storage is almost full. It's also very smelly as well. Why on earth have they got that there? Let me just go to clean up there, and hopefully they'll clean that up. I might go ahead and place more storage down here. I don't know if it would be a good idea to have storage down there, but we are running out of storage. I was going to put it here, but I'm leaving that open because the batteries are there, and eventually we might put some more in. So let's just put some more storage in. Maybe it's not the greatest place in the world for it, but it is roughly centralized, so it should hopefully do the job. going back over to deconstruct here, getting rid of this ladder, obviously working from the bottom and then up, simply because if we don't, we know their typical way of doing things would be a little bit dodgy. So what we want to do is place a tile back over there just to block that off for now. And I don't know whether we want to dig around here. I don't know really what size of well we want to have for this one. So is that polluted oxygen? It is polluted oxygen. Also, I just noticed down here we now have another ice biome. We've got one over on the top left here, and then one down the bottom. So yeah, that'll be a nice little explore at some point. You can see we've almost finished analysing these things, and these are currently dormant, and I'm trying to get the well in before anything else really happens. We can dig down quite a fair bit with these ones, so it shouldn't be too much of a problem. I'm not going to be worrying too much about making it totally symmetrical or anything like that. This is just a case of get something in for now, and it'll do the job. So this one will have to go probably along like so, perhaps along like that. Or do we want to make it probably a little further down? Maybe. Let me cancel that one there. Back over to tile. We are still using sandstone. Yes. Didn't say I was. Hopefully not using gold amalgam or anything. That can go up to there, and then what I'm going to do right on top of it is I will place a mesh tile, which will be out of copper. And the mesh tile will go right across there, because that's where we can walk across, and then we'll have to dig out all of that. And that's a problem because it's very, very close to this, but we don't really have much of a choice. And that should probably do it. So we'll go to cancel, and that's our rough plan. Obviously, we need to dig all of this out. I will set up the digging for this section first, and then we'll sort of like dig around and across. Cycle 76 report. We are minus calories, but we are nearly on 200,000 calories anyway, so it's not a problem. Reduction in stress. Although we still have someone with 23% stress. Diseases, a little increase in germs, but nothing major. Although someone does have slime lung, Travaldo of all people, and I'm pretty sure they were using the the suit. Oh, there we go. We now have our neural vacillator now open for use. So who do we want to have this used on? I guess Ari is coming along, so I wonder what Ari's like while they're over here. Let's have a quick look at the skills, and we can see, oh, Ellie actually have some skills to go for, oh yeah, some aesthetic design. Ari, you are pretty much maxed out on the stuff that you want to learn, so they don't have any great love for anything else. So I think we're going to put Ari into that. So let's go for Ari, and what will happen is they'll come along and they're going to use that while with the while the suit is still on. They will use that, and yeah, let's go for that. Complete the neural process, and they've got the beefsteak trait, which is plus 10 strength. Well, that's okay, because what was that noise there? That is choose a blueprint. We've got care package brine, and then we've got different people. We could probably bring another person in. We've got decreased germ resistance on Stinker here, quite apt, I guess. Nesbit, we've got irritable bowel, and then nails, which is, well, they're not great for building, because, well, they can't do it. They have ranching and decorating, but then we also have Stinky, who's good at tidying, decorating, and ranching. So a decent set of skills there, and they have increased cuisine. Nesbit, germ resistant, digging and researching. I tend to prefer the ones with the most interest these days, simply because they it allows you to give them more stuff. So although they're not great at this stage, let me go for probably improved strength. Even though they're not great at this stage, it means that essentially they can learn more quite easily. So there you are. So this is still okay. I was going to remove that, but if we remove it, it's just going to drop the gold amalgam into the water, which is sort of pointless. We also have, look at that, a very much salty environment over there. Yep, that is definitely a Rainbow Six ranked. So we also need to go, ooh, where else do we need to go? We could go into here, but this polluted water is becoming a problem. We've also got the thimble reed as well, which I do want to eventually remove and then plant, because we are using the reed fibres to make some snazzy suits from the textile looms, but we don't really need to do that, although you do need one for these Atmos suits as well, which requires fabric, I think. Anyway, you can see that is researched, and they are going to go ahead and dig all of this out. I will change this to a slightly higher priority than perhaps some of the other stuff as well, simply because, well, we just want to get it done. Obviously, digging through here is not ideal. Is there a way I can fix the problem now with all of this polluted water? I guess I could. I could dig down here, open this up and have it go that way. That is a possibility. That is a possibility. It's not perfect, but nothing really ever is. Okay, let's try and do something like that. I just don't want it to go into this this crude oil, because that would cause a lot of issues. It also would mean that Paku is going to go down here. Oh, but there's to be another Paku, so got some company at least. Is it warm around here? I just say nearly 50 degrees, so yeah, it is quite warm. Right, so they're cracking on with all that. They're putting this in. How are we doing for research? Research is not underway. I have got it set, right? Yes, it is. That's also set. That's fine. So if we dig down there, it'll drop down. We dig out this bit, it'll then drop all the way down here. And then we mop up whatever's remaining, because there's always a little bit of residue there, and then we'll be able to probably be able to leave it there, I think, once we've done that. Yeah, because these two will be completely empty. Yeah. And if we wanted to, we could seal it off and then actually make this a proper reservoir. Long commute, it's saying, which we are aware of, but I don't think there's much we can do. Crucial materials are unavailable beyond for these buildings, so it's saying electric grill. We have got things like the fried mushroom, omelette, mush fry, all of that set. We're not producing any of those. We are just producing the bare bones food, which is apparently unrefrigerated. Oh, is the refrigerator full? It's nowhere near full, so why have they just left pickles there? Pickled meals? I don't know. Anyway, so that's getting sorted out. That's almost done. It does require super hard digging around here, which is why it's not going as quick as we would have thought or would have liked, really. But yeah, that's just how it is. I'm waiting for them to finish researching this leaky oil fissure, but it looks like they're taking their time about it. Do I cover that now? The problem is if I close this off, because I want to put a wall in here so that the polluted water doesn't go into there. The problem is if I do that, it means that this won't be researched. I'm going to cancel the analysis because it does stay. It does stay. They're just taking it all off granite by the look of it. Yeah, I'm going to cancel that then. So cancel that. I don't want you to do that, but I do want to place some tiles in there and in there, and we will obviously deconstruct that. Priority 9, get it done priority, and then tile will go in there, and that'll seal that off completely. We will then go for a ladder, which will go down there, and then we'll place a ladder in here, which we will then promptly dig in this area, and then in this area. Alright, here we go. Let's see if I made a massive mistake. Oh dear. So there's all the water dropping, and it is flowing down there, which is good. And then that's flowing down, not going into the crude oil. Priority 9. Please get that done, because it is filling up quite fast. I know what's going to happen with that Paku. Oh, it's like... Oh, I didn't want that. It's out of water. It is happy though. Is it trying to get to... It is! Let me deconstruct that tile. It's trying to get to the water. And it's doing that by sort of flopping around, and it's hopping, flopping and hopping and... No, where you go? No. Okay, deconstruct that for them. I'm guessing it's doing that to try and get to the nearest source of water, because it's... or liquid, I guess. Let's get rid of that, and it should then go down there, and yes, it can stay there, and it's now hopping down here. That's sort of unexpected, but welcomed. Right, so we'll dig out all of this. Might as well dig out the rest of it while we're here. And as you can see, that is flowing down, and it's not big enough, is it? It's just not big enough. The other option then is to ladder down and then to excavate more. Who would have thought that would have been something I'm doing at this stage? Is that all diseased? Ooh. Ooh, that's not good. Anyway, cancel that section there. And this is a really long-winded process just to clear the polluted water and get that there. But at least research is complete. Fossil fuels, which is natural gas generator, oil refinery, and petroleum generator. So we can place those in at some point. I don't know where we're going to place them though. Let me go ahead and deconstruct that first bit here because we want to place a deodorizer in there. And oh, look at that, all the carbon dioxide. That's nowhere. We're not producing or not getting rid of. Nowhere near enough. So we want to copy settings, and there we go. So they're going to go down. They're going to sort this out. That is still a problem. We can mop liquid spills now, at least. At least the Paku has some friends, which is good. Unreachable mop. I should be able to dig that out and it should work. We will see. Let's see if that is the case. It's removed that, but it's still not working. But it's slowing. It's slowly flowing. Is Devon stuck? Devon's stuck. Clever Devon. Well done. Oh, they're not stuck. Oh, they're about to get themselves stuck. Wow, okay. That's a new one. Right, so they can't get up to there apparently, because can they not hop across that? I assume that's what they're saying. Unreachable mop. Cancel. Mop liquid spills. I know they can't mop that bit. Don't know what the solution to that is. I really don't know what the solution to that is. Deconstruct that, at least. As you can see, I'm still digging down with this ladder. The ladder I will remove. I'm just excavating an area so this liquid can go down further, you see. There's some algae there as well. Let me dig that out while we're here. And that's opened a nice area up. That's good, yeah. Mop liquid spills. That section there. Oh, they can get to that. Or can they not hop across? Oh, they can get across. They just can't get to that. Okay. The other option then is to place tiles right across this. And that will allow us to then build across there. But the problem is we can't get to that section. Oh, this is a... This is a whole new way of building here. Let me cancel that. Cancel all that now. We don't need any more of that. Deconstruct there. So we'll go under here. We'll then build that so it's solid. We'll dig that out and then mop it up. Wow. Is there anywhere else we can go? Anywhere else we want to go? Well, the gas, yes. Let's have a quick look at some of our new refinement facilities. Oil refinery converts crude oil into petroleum. So, we can make it out of gold. We will not. And actually, to be fair though, might as well. Got more gold. So it says liquid intake pipe, liquid output pipe, duplicant operation, and it says outputs natural gas. But what it doesn't say and doesn't show is exactly where it outputs the natural gas. Oh dear. I'm going to assume, perhaps wrongly, that it will simply output it in the area. That's not ideal. Is that... Wow, that is done. Okay, deconstruct the pitcher pump. That is now sorted. And we now need to probably put a pitcher pump in here. That's probably the best place for it. I was going to put it here, but this is our refillable water for mainly the toilet, which is still filling up, I'm aware. I'll have to sort that out later, but we've got bigger fish to fry. Plumbing, and over to pitcher pump, and we'll place a pitcher pump in, well, I guess there, because it's the closest to that. We do have another printable, so we're going to go and get one. We've got Oxlight, which will produce oxygen. We've got Jean, Barney, and Mima. So we've got doctoring and tidying, building and building. Well, they like building. They're okay. Flatulent, so we're ruling Barney out straight away. Squeamish cannot do doctor errands, but increased science. And Jean is not too bad. Quite frankly, I'm going to pick the Oxlight of all things, just so we, because I think we're on minus oxygen anyway. Let's go over to Duplicant skills, and we've got Travaldo here, which is going to go up into construction, and then May, which we're going to go into bedside manner. There we go. So as you can see, they are go ahead and removing all that. That's polluted oxygen slime lung. That's obviously being emitted, I'm guessing, from a lot of this here. Yeah, I think so. I think so. But they're going to go ahead and remove all of this. We are constantly going to deconstruct there, and I think once that is done, we'll just dig that out, and then we can go on top and then mop it up. Okay, so now we go to deconstruct. Actually, yeah, just deconstruct. Ooh, if I deconstruct that, it might go wrong. We'll say dig out that. Dig out that there. I really want this gold amalgam, but it's not going to be ideal. Oh, deconstruct. I said I didn't want to place it there, and then promptly placed it there. I want it in here. Actually, would up there be okay? I guess in that corner would be better. Occupied space. Oh, it's saying it's not unoccupied because of that. Okay, fair enough. Ladder. I have a ladder going down towards that there. This is slightly warm. Oh, there we go. That is now removed, so we can cancel that. We can deconstruct those, and then we can mop up the liquid spills in there, and then we can finally finish off some of this. There we go. This oil, by the way, will probably drop into there. I am aware. It's just something we're going to have to deal with. Let's go to dig, and then we'll dig out those bits there. Deconstruct. Oh, cancel. There we go. That's still dormant, which is good. We'll go back over to the mesh tiles. And cancel that middle section. It is in red, so we can't do it anywhere. Research complete, which is the oil well and the polymer press. Let's have a quick look at that. So it is in refinement and the polymer press, which simply says it takes a liquid intake pipe and gas output because it produces... It converts petroleum into raw plastic. Gas output pipe. We'll have to check that up. Also, the overheat temperature is 75 degrees. In terms of utilities, we have an oil well. That can't go over there. Overlapping an oil well. Well, that's not an oil well, that is a leaky oil fissure. Right, that is cycle 80, and I think we will leave it there. A little bit annoying doing most of this stuff, but it's something we needed to do, and getting it done sooner rather than later was, I think, worthy of our attention. So next episode, what we'll do is we'll finish off this sort of storage tank. You know, essentially, we'll have ladders going down either side, and we'll be able to as well. Be able to store all of the stuff that this is outputting. Obviously, it'll require super hard digging. There will be some losses incurred due to this section here, but what I'm hoping to do is minimize that by... Actually, if I cancel that there, and strangely, if I dig like that, we might not lose as much of the oil, but there will be some losses incurred, as I mentioned. We'll say a ladder. A ladder's going to go down that side there, and then it'll also go down, strangely, exactly where I've had the ladder. So, yeah, we'll go up there to there. We will obviously have to deconstruct that and then deconstruct that. Might as well deconstruct that while we're on, because that will become a tile that goes up and then into there as well. And that is now a solid barrier. And then those in there. And then we can dig that out and sort the rest of this out. Right, so, not too bad at all. As you can see, they're very keen on digging some of this. And looks like they're not losing a lot of oil yet. There will still be some losses incurred, as I mentioned, but hopefully it should be okay. And we will dig the rest of this out, box this off, and then we will have this storage facility, essentially. And then we can start to think about processing stuff, but that'll be quite a difficult task. It looks like they are... Yeah, it looks like there's some oil contaminants. Yeah, we're gonna get some contamination here as that just flows into their crude oil. As I said, there'll be some losses, but it's not... let's just say dig and get the rest done now, because I think we're gonna lose it regardless of what we do, really. Although most of it seems to be okay. Once they get rid of that section, they just put that in. Yeah, and is Bert stuck? Bert is stuck. Brilliant. Mesh tile. When I say brilliant, I mean not brilliant at all. Priority 9, please. We can't say analyze on that. Just so Bert doesn't die. There we go. Oh, to be fair, they're not phased, they're going straight to work again. Right, definitely going to leave it there now. Next episode, we will see about refinement and finish off these 2 caissons. As always, hope you have enjoyed the video and the series thus far. Thanks very much for watching. Take care, and generic partings. Oh, you idiot.